and aloha from Tim Moyer here at Lahaina Family Farms. Eliza and Elizabeth are two of our woofers, which is World Organic Farmers. It's a world organization of organic farmers, and what we do is we have folks come to our farm all the time to learn how to do things that are sustainable, how to live green, how to make things really cool. We're going to be doing a series of videos about our farm, and today's video is all about wheatgrass. How we do it, what it does, why we do it, and how amazing it is for you and how easy it is for you to do. So sit back, relax, and check this out. Here we are at our house. You don't have to grow wheatgrass in your garage, you don't have to grow in your basement, you don't have to grow it in some kind of weird place. Wheatgrass isn't dirty, doesn't make things dirty. You'll see, this is the coolest food product that you could ever imagine. All I can tell you is Google it, go and check everybody else's YouTube videos out, and you'll find out how amazingly good it is for you. So come on in and we'll show you what to do. Go down to Ace Hardware, get some 2-quart jars. 2-quart jars need to be cleaned out really well. I use a solution, it has a little hydrogen peroxide in it just to clean it, rinse it, make sure the jars are clean. So here's what we do. It's pretty darn simple. 2 cups of seeds in 1 jar. What we're using is a red winter wheat because it grows really great here in Hawaii. So that's what it looks like. Okay, now that you have your seeds in your half-gallon jars, 2 cups of seeds, 1 half-gallon jar, it's time to start the germination process. We fill up the jar to about 3/4. And what happens with these seeds is you get some kind of bad ones every once in a while. So I shake it, move them around, do whatever. And see how I kind of get it swirling? And what you'll see is some seeds floating to the top. Some have air bubbles on them, but others are just bad seeds. And so those are the ones we want to get rid of. And so then what we do is we just slowly dump them out and let the ones that are floating on top go out. Seeds have to be washed because the process that they could have bugs in them, they could have rats have been in them. You don't know because you didn't grow these seeds from the start. So I try to keep it from getting a lot of bubbles in it because that bubbles make them float, and then you'll start seeing the seeds floating to the top. And the ones at the top are the bad ones. So what I do is I rinse these out 3 times. If you have a paper and pencil, very simple. You have 2 cups of seeds in a half-gallon jar, and it gets rinsed out by filling it up 3/4 of the way. You rinse it 3 times, and you're rinsing the bad seeds out. So for the final soak, after we've rinsed them 3 times, we want to fill the jar up about 3/4 full with water. But what I do is I use just a capful of this product. And you know what, you can Google it, find any product you want, or you can use no product. It just really works well at making sure everything is contaminant free. Then what I do is I fill that up. So I dilute it quite a bit from that small capful. I fill it up in one of these 2 or 4 cup containers. Still don't use it yet because now I'm going to fill up the jar with water. You want your water lukewarm, you don't want it cold or hot. Either cold's better than hot. Put a little bit of the hydrogen peroxide formula in. I'm going to put a little bit of that in here. What does that do? It just doesn't hurt the seeds, but it just makes sure that there's no bacteria. So these seeds are going to now sit in their original box for 12 hours. Right now it's about 9 in the morning, And tonight about 9 o'clock, we're going to re-rinse them out and continue to rinse and rinse and rinse. And we'll tell you how that process works next. Now that they've soaked for 12 hours, they're starting to grow. So what we need to do now is shake them. And then what I use to drain is just a little cover. This is a drain that they use in any paint store you can get it. And then we drain out the water. Once it's drained out, shake it, make everything nice and loose. Then what we'll do is we fill it up again, shake it up again, and then we're going to drain it out again, but this time we won't put any more water in it. So every 4 hours we're going to do that for 2 days. Okay, what I've done now is every few hours, maybe 4, 6, 8 hours, I rinse these out. And every time I do, I make space so you can see what's happening. The way I rinse them out, I'm right here in my kitchen sink. I put all the jars in the kitchen sink so I don't forget what I'm doing. I have purified water, which is, all of our water is filtered. I fill this all up. This is one of the keys that a lot of people make a mistake on. Once you fill this up, you don't want these to be, these germinated seeds to have too much pressure at the bottom. So what do? Is I put on my filter, put my hand over it, and I rock and roll. We're always rock and roll. We're turning these, making everything loose. Let it loose inside. Turn, turn, let it get loose. Get all the water out. And then what I do is I kind of keep it loose at the bottom, slowly stand it up, so I have lots of airspace. And that's going to turn into even more little tails on our germinated seeds. So once the seeds germinate, you're going to want to have a soil that is not too dense, but is not too airy, and that will be able to nourish the grass as it grows. What I do is make my own little compound. I use coconut husks, and I mix it with a really great organic potting soil. We're mixing the coconut husks with the organic soil, and we're just making a fluffy soil that we're going to be putting in our grow trays for the wheatgrass. It's a nicer way for the wheatgrass to grow. It'll be amazing when you see it. Alright, so once our wheatgrass seeds become germinated, it's going to be time to plant them. And what we have is a system where we will grow this wheatgrass from 0, which we showed you at the beginning of this video, to 7 inches of pure, amazing wheatgrass. You'll see that as it goes along. But this is our next step, and this is where we're going to be planting the wheatgrass. First, what we want to do is grab one of our trays. What I have is these little bins that I picked up at Home Depot. They're just for mixing cement. They're no big deal. These bottom trays. These trays are whatever you want to plant in. I set them like this, so it's kind of flat. And then I fill up the dirt. I have about approximately 1 inch of our magic soil. And then, once I get it nice and kind of where I want it, about 1 inch, I take another tray, and I just kind of, I don't squish it really tight, but I just make it balanced. Kind of balance it all around the sides. Okay. Then it's time for the wheatgrass. Now you'll notice some of our plants did not germinate all the way down, so this one's going to be a little bit of a problem later. But what we do is we want to empty the entire jar in here. And you can either reach your hand in there or shake it. Trying to mix in the ones that were germinated with the ones that were not germinated. And then the key is make it exactly even so you don't see any dirt guys will see. So what happens is people sometimes have too many in the middle, not enough on the sides. Just take that extra moment. Once you feel that it's nice and equal everywhere, take that tray again, place it on there, and there you go. Now, we'll see what that looks like in a few days. We're gonna do this 5 more times. So you put the top on, and we leave it covered, so there's no light coming in. You wanna follow me and see where they go? Come on, this is pretty cool. You can put them in your garage, you can put them in your basement, you can leave them in your house. I've done everything. So, I line them up here, I have a top on it, and that keeps the light out, and that's how you germinate seeds. Well, here we are at Lahaina Family Farms. We have all the woofers here learning how to grow wheatgrass. As a recap, part 1, we had 2 cups of seeds in these 2-quart jars. Then we rinse it 3 times, and then we get rid of all the floating seeds. Number 3, we fill the jar 2/3 full of water, and then we let it soak for 12 hours. Then we pour out that water, put in new water, shake it, rinse it, shake it, rinse it, let the water out, and let them sit nice and fluffy. And you let them sit for 4, 6, 8 hours, whatever, and then rinse them again, and then rinse them again, and then rinse them again. That means every time, every 4 hours or 6 hours or so, rinse them out. Same process. And then after 2 days, or 36 hours roughly, sometimes 48, you have what's in the jar now, fully germinated seeds. Okay, so when the seeds have their tails and are kind of puffed up, they're ready to plant, and that's where we are now. So the second part of our process was we mixed either peat moss or coconut husks with organic topsoil. We filled our trays, our planting trays, up to 1.5 inches or an inch, whatever is a little bit more than half, in the growing tray. Number 2, we spread, which is what we're doing now, the germinated seeds evenly over the entire area. Number 3, we're going to cover it, keep them dark for 2 or 3 days. Then we're going to uncover, for number 4, we're going to uncover the germinated seeds, and you're going to be amazed. I'm going to do this really well.
You guys are going to do great.
Not overly hard, just not. Be sure not to tell anybody that I'm using worm tea, because that's our secret. 15 squirts, all over, nice and new. Remember these? We did them 2 days ago?
2 days. Wow.
This is 2 days growth.
Oh my goodness.
But for the next few days, they'll just have some indirect sunlight. So we'll set those up on top to make room for the ones that you just did. And we have a rotating crop. So on Farmer's Market this Saturday, this is what we'll use. Next week, we'll use yours.
Hi there, my name's Ann, and I'm a woofer at Lahaina Family Farms, and I'm here to tell you why wheatgrass is awesome and why you should come down to the Lahaina Farmers Market and buy some. It's great for everything. If you're healthy, drink it. If you're unhealthy, drink it. It's a cure for the common cold. It's great for blood circulation, digestion, weight loss. It increases immunity. It's great for your skin. It's great for your body. It makes you feel awesome. Makes you feel beautiful. So come on down, try some out. It's delicious.